What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 1 on Monster Train. I wanted to make something for YouTube that I could like relax and make, and it was low editing effort, so that I had like a constant stream of something that I could put out. I'm still not 100% sure what content or games that's going to be, and I will still be doing edited VODs. They're just a lot of effort goes into them. Just like the shitty one I uploaded the other day took 4 to 5 hours, just because it's a 4-hour stream and you run through pretty much the entire stream to edit it. It is grueling, and I want to do that, but I really want to put more effort into it as well, and make it a more coherent, like a flow more coherently, have a little bit more flavor and personality in there. I've got a few ideas, but I really have to teach myself how to use Premiere a little bit better and put a lot more time into it. So they're going to lag behind, but I really wanted to put something on YouTube anyway. And this is a game I've had my eye on that it looks really cool. It's sort of Slay the Spire with a twist. For anyone who's unfamiliar with Slay the Spire and doesn't have any reference, this is just a deck building game. Sort of a roguelike deck building game. It's hard to really describe unless you've seen it or played it. But it looks very interesting, and it's the type of thing I really enjoy. So we're gonna have a play, take a look. This is kind of the tutorial, I think. It throws you right into a game to show you how to play. So welcome to Hell. Your train is carrying precious cargo, the last remaining shard of the pyre, needed to relight the fires in the depths of Hell. Invaders from heaven, the winged, will do anything to prevent you from completing your journey. You must make wise decisions and build up your band of monsters to have any hope of success. So essentially, you're on a train fast track to, what do they call it? The fires in the depths of Hell. And at the top floor of your train is the pyre, which is just, it's kind of just like the engine. I guess they explain it as a shard of the pyre. And it's vital in reigniting Hell. I thought it was just an engine. I hadn't read this yet. But yeah, at the top is a pyre. It's essentially adds a layer to just a deck building game that is tower defense. You defend that pyre at all costs. So you can lose units, it doesn't matter. They're going to slowly move up I think there's four stories to your train. They're going to slowly move up the stories, and once they hit the top one, they'll start damaging your pyre. And if that dies, you lose. So we'll jump in. You can see it's a really pretty UI. I really like it. But we'll move into our first battle. I think it auto-selects a few of the customization things. There's different deck types with different champions. Probably should have read that, but that's okay. Next time. Yeah, there's a few different deck types, and I think it's auto-selected. But yeah, this is the pyre. If it takes too much damage from enemy attacks, your run is over. This is obviously the first floor. Enemies generally enter here. They can enter on other ones. Enemies enter at the lowest level and move up one level of return. There are fringe scenarios where they don't. So yeah, it looks like we're, I don't know what the deck's called. It's like the fiery deck. It's based around rage. I've only really seen one run of this game before, so I don't know too much. Okay, so this is our champion. So you can see he's got armor, damages dealt to armor before health, generic with any game. He's also got multi-strike, which means he attacks twice. He's probably, so if we were to put him here, he can do 12 damage. So he can't quite kill the frontline unit. Oh yeah, there's heat as well. Once a train reaches its heat capacity, you can't put anything further on it. I want like a carriage, or a floor, sorry. So that's 12 and 5 is 17 damage. Plus you're going to kill him. Oh, you're not even going to kill him. You're only doing 2 damage. I think, let's go ahead and kill the healer. And then I think I'm going to put the train steward on the second floor and just throw some damage at you. Yeah, it's very similar to Slay the Spire, and I guess has elements of Hearthstone and stuff. You play those types of games. So it's really interesting. It intrigues me a lot. So you can see they've moved up a floor now. They've still got 11 HP, which means we're not quite going to kill them. However, if we were to throw a torch at them, they now do die. And there is a way to see that, but it might be UI that I have to enable. But that's okay, I can play around with that. So we have the same sort of scenario here. They're going to move up. We don't need to heal. We can kill the healer. And that way, we're really just going to repeat what happened last turn, which is fine, So they died. That's okay. So he's only taking armor damage. No new units this turn, which is good. I think we probably want to put a train still in front of him to tank damage. Restore 2 health, apply 1 regen. Regen is useful, but we have very low health enemies, so it has a lot less use at the moment. I'm going to put 1 up here just for the sake of it. Let's see, he should die. Not quite, but they'll move up and he will definitely die next turn. And this is the boss. So I think it's about 3 waves normally. I think that might be what the counter is up in the top right. And the boss has something called Relentless. So Relentless ability means that combat will continue in this room until you or he's defeated. So essentially, it's just going to be a back and forth of attacks. And when one side loses all units, the other side is victorious on that floor. And if it's us, we win. If it's them, he moves up a floor and we get to play some more cards and this floor is dead, essentially. But he's got 50 HP. We're going to deal 12, 17 damage. There's no point chucking a restore on. I think we just do 6 damage and call it a loss, really. That floor, there's nothing we can really do. We may actually kill him. I think we'll kill him. Yeah, awesome. So that's the first level, I suppose. And we've won a clan pack and an allied clan pack. So these are the 2 starting classes that I was talking about. So they have different stylings. This one I think is rage, and this one is more like healing or regen. But yeah, cool. So we get to pick 1 card out of the 3. Rage is 2 damage per stack, and you decrease by 1 damage every turn, I think. Or maybe 2 damage with 1 rage every turn. The imps are cool, but they're very low damage, low health. Deal 5 damage to enemy units. Only affects the current floor. So that's not really that good, in all honesty. And applying 5 armor isn't that good either. It's okay. And I think you can buff that with stuff in the future to make it apply a lot more. So that definitely could be good. But I think I want to go with Rage. I think that could be interesting. It's obviously a high cost card. Consume means we only get to use it once, whereas if it doesn't have Consume, it goes back into our deck. Enhance a unit with 3 damage, 3 health, deal 5 damage to the front enemy unit. Draw +1 next turn. I mean, that's a free card. That's a free 5 damage. We're very early in the game. We can buff that late game to make it useful. This is also very enticing. I don't really care about the Wildwood set. I know there are use cases for it. This deck has a lot of tanks that don't start with max HP, so having regen is clutch for that scenario. But if we've picked up Rage, we may not be going down that route. I think I'm going to go Steel Enhancer. I think that has more long-term benefit rather than just 5 damage. Adding 3 damage to a unit that attacks twice is instantly better, even though it costs 1. So this is the first sort of crossroads. Essentially, we get a choice between a couple of things. So we can get a new Awakened unit or gold, and then we can upgrade a unit or a spell. I definitely want more cards early. So we're going to go left, and honestly, I think upgrading units is probably the better option as well. So we'll grab a card first. Gain 1 energy. Is that permanent? No. So that just means it's a 1-cost card that's 30 HP, 5 damage. That's not bad, but it isn't high damage. I think we probably grab it now. And then maybe we can reduce its cost with buffs. I'm not 100% sure. But at least it's a tank we can put in front of our champion so that he doesn't get slaughtered. Upgrade with 5 damage, 10 HP. So we can't use these on our champion, which is a bummer. It is. And we can only use 2 per unit. So we can easily chuck this on this guy and make him a 10 damage unit, which is good. That's really good. We don't have enough to do multi-strike. We could Purge, which lowers our deck pool. which instantly means we are more likely to pull out good cards, which is awesome. Or we can upgrade. I think I'm going to upgrade... I don't think I want him to be a 65 HP unit. I think there's better upgrades for him. We can alternatively upgrade someone else. I think maybe I leave it. I don't think it's worth upgrading for that. So I think we leave, move on to our next fight. Now let's have a look. Barbed Disciples. These spiked foes will make direct attacks more painful. So I think essentially they will have thorns or what they call spike in this game. So we'll jump on in. Hopefully we're okay. That tank is a good card. So what are these? Final boss, Seraph Castle. So there are different final boss, I think. I'm not 100% sure though. And that's the decks we're playing with. Not that you guys can really see it. Okay. That's really good. So we can instantly get our combo out, which is our... Yeah, combat previews. That's what we were missing. So it must have just been out for the tutorial. So essentially this tells us a summary of what the combat will entail. So we're going to do 12 damage. He's going to do 5 damage. He's not going to do any damage. Well, he's going to take 5 damage. He's going to take 12 damage. And he's going to be flat even. But I want to put the tank in. It's another 10 damage. 3 away from death. There's nothing we can really do for that. However, we can apply regen to our tank. And I think that's a really good option. Okay, no. I'm going to put a train steward up here. Because I know that he's going to survive, which means he's going to move up a floor. And I want to get units ready. Just in case we don't get units. We could get all spells. And then we're risking him getting closer to our pyre. So I think we'll leave it there. We're not going to kill. That's okay. We get him very low, though. Another 3. Apply 6 rage. That's very good. So he's going to take 5 and 3. Okay. If we were to... That's a lot. That's 32 damage a hit. I think we have to do that. We have 5. 5, what's it called? Embers. So that's... I mean, that's pretty good. We could just straight out kill this back unit. Or I think this will kill the front unit, which I probably care about more. Then we can... Yeah, we can still kill the back unit. So let's go ahead and enter. We'll watch it all play out. And that should leave us with 2 back units here, moving up to the top floor, which are both low cost. So they'll both die to our I can't remember the name of the units, the shitty ones. Our minions, essentially. Yeah, the stewards. Ooh, enhanced unit with 3/3. I mean, that's probably best on you at the moment. We're close to finishing up, and I think he's just gonna destroy them. And we can go ahead and just chuck everyone on the board at this point. We don't have any better units, so stewards are all we're gonna have. We may as well fill the arena with them and just get spells. So you can see here, this is gonna kill both of our units, but we are going to kill the boss. Now, what does he have? Relentless, obviously. They all have Relentless and spikes 2 damage to any unit that attacks instead of spikes 1. Enchant other friendly units on the same floor game. Okay, so he is giving spikes 2. So if we kill him, he loses spikes and instantly we survive. So I think we dump regen on him, even though this is the end. This is kind of pointless. But real world, not real world scenario. If it wasn't the end, that would be our best play. I click game speed. Okay, that's cool. We can spin it up a little bit. Super ultra, damn. Another 2 packs, which is good. Nice to fill out our deck. Ascend a unit. I don't think that's very good. It moves them up a floor. The imps I also don't think are very good. Apply 3 rage to friendly units. So the question is, there are cards in this deck that buff imps. I know one does, it's like a spell that does damage times 10. It does damage equal to the amount of imp cards in your deck times 10, which is really good. But that assumes that you have a deck flooded with imps, which just isn't good. I'm gonna grab the fledgling imp. I think they're both bad. It is what it is. 5 regen, enhance with 4 damage, apply 4 spikes. That's really good. I think we grab that. That's a very good card. If we chuck that on our tank when he takes so many hits. So it looks like we're gonna get this one regardless, which is fine. And that is, I think you can like duplicate cards. I don't actually know how many different things you can do there, but the one I've seen is duplicate cards. So we can duplicate there as well and get a unit or upgrade spells. I think we're gonna go spells. Not that we needed the pyre health. Maybe a new card was a better choice, but it is what it is. That was effectively useless. Upgrade a spell to remove consume and 1 cost, so we don't have any that consume. Upgrade a spell to cost... we'll remove 1 cost, 1 ember, and 10 magic power. I think 10 magic power is really good. So you can see that makes these all do 12 damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on that or that, which were the 2 which would have been the best. We can remove 1 cost from the apply 6 rage. Or the apply 4 spikes. Because I think we're probably gonna get rid of those spells soon. Ideally, we're gonna get rid of them soon. So I think we remove 1 cost from sharpen. Because I like sharpen a lot. I don't like rage as much, because rage decays and then it's useless. It's 20. It's 20. That's it. It's only 12 health. Let's do 12 damage. It's 20 gold. It's not much. We may as well do it. And then we get our Concealed Cavern reward. Let's see what this one is. It'll be interesting to see if they're all the same. A fissure in the ice forces the Bone Shaker to stop. You've seen cracks like this? Yeah, so it's the same. You've seen cracks like this before, often allowing you to multiply your forces through some ancient magic. But this one is different. Unstable. Throwing something into the fissure could have unusual side effects, while just absorbing the energy from afar could have more expected effect. So we can copy a card or copy a card 5 times. I don't want to copy a card 5 times. I think that's objectively not good. It really comes down to, would we prefer... I don't know if we want 2 of the tanks. It comes down to if we prefer... I think we copy Sharpen. I think that's our best bet. And then if we can go back, I think I might sell a card. Well, not sell a card. I might purge a card. Yeah. It's 50 gold. I'm going to purge a card. I don't think we need... I mean, the regen's not bad. I don't think we need all of them, though. So let's go ahead and remove 1. Empty out our deck a little bit. Make things go a little bit smoother moving forward. How many floors are there? There's a good few. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Okay. Let's go ahead and head into battle. Where are we? We're here, yeah. So this is a boss. This is our first boss. So this is Daedalus, heavily armored creations protect this ex-professor in his quest to safeguard Seraph and the Winged. He has the buff Plating Steel, constructed explosives enter with damage shields. Damage shields nullify the next source of damage. So it's really our first challenge. Obviously not the hardest. It's the first boss. We should be okay. I think it tells you what music's playing. Okay, yeah, so that's just the effect of the boss. He moves between floors freely and can be attacked if you clear out other enemies on that floor. So he takes precedence last for damage, which is fine. The bomb has a triggered ability and will explode on its turn, dealing damage. Mouse over units with the purple trigger icon to see the details of their effects. Yeah, deal 10 damage. That's pretty good. Okay, so we want to chuck out our Hornbreaker. He is like our main damage dealer. This means we kill the frontline unit. We don't die, which is good. And then, see, the problem is we can deal 12 damage, which is great. We can kill the frontline unit. This deals 10 damage to everything, though. Whereas without him, we take less than 10 damage. So as much as it's a waste to use 12 damage on a unit that only has... Oh, fuck. It nullifies the first source of damage. We should have used it. We should have used it on the frontline unit. I completely forgot about their shield. Yeah, that's my bad. That was a very bad decision. We would have killed the frontline unit, whereas now we get no kills and take 10 damage each. 2 more units. That's a cool looking unit. Another damage shield, of course, of course. We may be in a bit of a situation here. We definitely might be. We probably want to kill them. He is just flat out going to survive. We should have burnt him twice, but it would have moved the other units up. I'm going to kill him as well, and then I'm going to restore our tank. I mean, there's nothing else we can do. I guess we cop it. See what happens. Okay. This is okay. We've got regen on him. He's slowly going to regen health. That's fine. They can deal with the bottom floor pretty easily. Ooh. Okay, so we're in a very sticky situation. We're going to want 2 strained stewardesses. I think he is going to kill them regardless. Or the front one regardless. I don't think there's anything we can do about that. That means he's not going to die. He's going to move up to the top floor. Unless we buff him. As much as buffing him doesn't feel like the right decision. That is the only way we survive this. Without taking damage. And I'm going to go ahead and kill another unit. Because we should. We don't have enough Ember to use Rage. Which is fine. Like I said, Rage isn't my favorite card anyway. It's a bit lackluster. They will kill. They will very easily clean up this floor. So that's fine. It's a little trickier. Especially once the boss comes into play. That might be a bit of a sticky situation for us. So he only has 3 HP. He's going to clean up that floor fine. 3 HP again means that maybe sending out a stewardess. Is it a steward? Yeah, a steward will clean up that floor. I think Sharpen on our tank is a good bet, but also... So we can add 8 damage because of multi-strike, or we can add 4 damage to every unit that attacks. And I think 4 damage to every unit that attacks might be better. No, you know what? We're going to really buff this dude, and then we're going to apply regen again. I think that's the better move. That should be cleaning up. We are taking 10 damage on the front line, but we do survive. We just aren't getting enough torches to kill the bombs because we need to do 2. It just isn't working. Yeah, tank is looking shit. It's not looking good. Okay, first things first, I want to kill the bomb. I think we should. Apply 3 rage. I think that's a good choice. Because that saves him from dying. And moves him up another floor. And then I think we try and save this unit. 16 is good though. That's 32 damage. Yeah, I'm going to keep buffing our champion. Okay. Everyone survives here that's important. We lose our imp, which is fine. 1 HP. It's not... Oh, that poor tank isn't looking so tanky anymore, is he? Final wave. Great. Our tank's looking primo, ready for it. He is losing 108 HP. Like, we are doing really good damage. The question is... He does 8 damage a turn. What's the best way to deal with this? He does 9 damage. I think we kill him outright. That way both units die, no one gets to our pyre. I think that is the better decision. And then we go ahead and we sharpen. And restore. He still dies. Restoring was pretty pointless. We could have restored our mid-unit. But he takes a lot of damage. That's really all we can ask for. We may be... I think we're okay. Worst case scenario, if he gets to our pyre, I think our pyre kills him. So, you know, we lose some health. We have 80 health on our pyre, and it does 20 damage. So it's not great, but we're not dead by any means. Ooh. Let's think about this. Is there any way that we can make him do 2 hits? So that's 5 HP, 7 HP. There's no way we can make him do 2 hits. There's no way we can make him do a hit. Because enemies attack first. So he just dies. So I guess we just do 2 damage. And add 4 spikes to him. Yeah. It sucks, but I think that's it. We've been shut. We're really unlucky in that we didn't get any units. There's nothing we can do about that. And he goes up to a pyre. They battle it out. He's going to die. That's okay. It is unlucky, though. It is very unlucky. If we got just even a steward on our second floor, we probably could have taken him down quite a bit. Major enhancements. I don't know what that is. Draft a primary or allied clan unit. That's good. And a rare pack. I don't know what we could get in a rare pack. Cycle of Life. Enhance a unit with 10 health and apply 4 spikes. That is good. Consume double armor on a unit. Single use, but it doubles the armor. That could be good. But I don't think we have any high armor units. Restore friendly units to full health. Also could be really good. I really like this, though. I think I want to use Cycle of Life. It's high cost, but it's very cool. That is insane. I don't know if we can ever use it. It's very hard to use because it's a 4 ember card. But that is insane. 50 health, 50 damage. It feels like we're dumb if we don't take that because we can enchant that to cost 1 less ember. A +1 per turn. Your pyre gets 10 damage and 30 health. Draw 1 or 1 capacity on each floor. I think we take the +1 ember because of our 4 cost card. And we have a couple of 3 cost cards. So we have a pretty expensive deck. And I think that makes that our best choice. Upgrade a unit is really useful, and we can restore 2 health and drop 2 cards as spells. And we get to upgrade our champion regardless. Artifacts are interesting though, and we don't have any. So it's a tricky choice. I would love an artifact. And we don't get one next floor either. Yeah. We will not get another artifact until the snow. But that's okay. I think artifacts are minor improvements largely. Very rarely do you get really good ones. Whereas upgrading a unit is like objectively really, really good. So let's have a look. Upgrade 4 spikes. Endless. When this unit dies, return its card to the top of the draw pile. I don't know how good that actually is. I'm kind of tempted to re-roll. Because, like, we really want to reduce the cost of him. We can upgrade our wilting sapwood again. I think maybe we upgrade our sapwood. Because he's much easier to use. He has a better use case. I think we do. Yeah, 20 costs. We're not going to re-roll. It's 50. We'll survive the next one, I think, just fine. And we can purge 2 cards. We probably... Do we know who we're fighting? No. I'm going to get rid of a restore. We have a lot of them, and we don't have a lot of use for them. And I'm going to get rid of a torch. A stewardess, alternatively, probably isn't a bad choice because we can only have 6 cards in play. And we have, what, 1... I think we only have 2. So I guess 4 stewardesses. Steward isn't the bad. Isn't the bad, isn't the worst. It's probably okay. let's go ahead. We'll upgrade our champion. So 15 armor to multi-strike. So we add an extra multi-strike and give him more armor, or we just add 10 damage. So an extra multi-strike is only 6 damage, whereas 10 damage is 20 because we have multi-strike. So I think that is objectively a really, really good choice because he also gets buffed naturally. Like he is increasing damage with this choice. I don't think there's any reason we should take the other one. I guess the armor is good. But if we have a really good frontline tank, which we do, we have 2 amazing tank choices. We don't need it as much. Undergo trials for greater risk and reward. Activating the trial will make this battle more difficult, but you'll earn an extra reward if you win. So we're going to pretty much trigger hard mode. Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor. That's really hard. However, it gives us a random artifact. And I'm really eager to get an artifact. Let's see. Absolver. Add a weight of contribution card to the top of your draw pile. I mean, they all are going to be a pain in the ass. Let's be completely transparent here. And this doesn't affect bosses. So I think we're okay to try it. We want to see what the game's got to offer anyway. So I don't think it hurts. Heaven Seal, non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor. Cool. We already know that. Clip Defender, 50 armor. There are some big boys. He does 0 damage though. And we can't kill him. We can, however, get very close, I think. This could potentially kill him. So that's going to do 56. And then 6 rage means that we do kill him. So that's pretty good. For a first play, we're doing 80 damage. And we're only taking 1. So I think we played that really well. I hate that. So he's going to really, really take the first floor quite well. Killing him gives us 75 gold. That's very good, but we are getting an artifact this turn. So prioritizing that isn't a bad decision. We have the option to... Okay. So we have the decision between targeting the Absolver, which it feels like we should do, or adding a tank to the bottom floor. Now a tank, he's going to do 11 damage. So not adding a tank feels silly. It really does. It really does feel silly. I do feel bad about it though still. We also... we should probably enhance him. We really want to kill the bottom floor. That is our priority. And we probably play weighted contribution. Only because Torch is going to be reverted immediately once he moves up a floor. And then we're praying that we get a Steward to put on the top floor. That's going to be our biggest problem. We need to sift through our spells. That's fine. They take care of that floor. We get a Steward, so we can chuck him on the top floor. We want to play our weighted contribution, and I think we want regen. And I guess we'll kill him. Sweet. So that means we clean up the train. There's nothing left. We're on a clean slate. This is going really well considering we're doing it with essentially a nerf. We are considerably worse than we would normally be. Okay, we have 6, so we can play everything. So let's just go ahead and fill our train. I'm hesitant to put one up here because there is the demon unit. We can apply that and deal 12 damage here. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? I'm definitely not gonna apply the use the train steward. It's very unlikely anything gets to the top floor. Our units on the bottom floor are so buffed. They are insanely tanky. One of them has, between them, they have 12 spikes just from getting hit. Let's see. Yeah, so there's the demon. We'll chuck him on the top floor. He's not going to get used. He's just not. I mean, there's nothing even here. So there's nothing we can do. Yeah. End turn. Save our Ember, not that it does anything. So here's the boss. We actually kill the boss now without us trying to do anything. So let's just end turn. We've really put ourselves in a great situation. We do insane amounts of damage. Of course, it's all reverted by the time we go to the next one. But that works really well. We got the split and anvil. When you play a spell, spells in hands that cost less are reduced to 0 for the turn. I mean, passively that might have very minimal benefit for us. But it could have a good benefit. It really depends on what spells we get. All of these are pretty shit. I'm probably going to go ahead and get Vents. I probably should have skipped. Deal 3 damage. Enhance intrigues me more than the other two because regen decreases. We lose it over time. So using 1 Ember to pretty much... I mean, you heal a lot of health. You do. But you're taking damage in that time as well. And there's no instant health. It's at the end of the turns. So I think Steel Enhancer has more use for us. But we are going to have to slim out our deck a lot. We're really bloating it with spells. So we have the option to cull our deck and heal, or upgrade a unit. And I think we have so much gold, it's silly not to upgrade a unit. But we are going to bloat our deck a lot. Large Stone. Upgrade a unit to +1 capacity, 15 damage, and 40 health. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Let's see. If we were to use it on our Demon Fiend, we're effectively making it so that he cannot share a slot with any other 2 capacity units. But he's becoming better than our Pyre. 65 damage and 90 health. It feels silly not to do it just because it's insane. I feel like we have to. We can chuck another 25 health on him. That feels like overkill. I think we're genuinely better off putting spikes on him, probably. But I'm going to go ahead and re-roll. You don't want multi-strike anyway. 10 damage. Or 25 health. I'm going to put 1 on him. Comes down to what would have better use, and I think it's the 10 damage. Because I think about it against a boss, and against a boss, they're going to do so much damage that we're not going to get that many turns out of him, and getting damage is our better option. I'm curious. So it's a different... It is different. The Historian makes his way towards the train in his unusual carriage. Hellborn. How fortunate am I that our travels have finally crossed paths. I'm recording the events of Armageddon for posterity. Possibly futile, I know, but I shall make a fortune if you do somehow succeed. Honest, get a gift of gratitude. Aggressive, get heaven's gold. Or stealthy, get petty theft. So you can purge it for 30 times Ember. Damage on your Pyre, or just 50 gold. I think I'm just gonna go honest. I don't think the other two are really that good. And if we get buffed really early like we did last time, we could use all of our Ember on gold. Which could be very, very good. We've already been in here. Okay, let's see what this has to offer. Hidden Assault, Sneaky, Clipped have infiltrated your train. Okay, Clipped are the type of enemies, sort of bird-like enemies. Non-boss enemy units get multi-strike for a random artifact. That makes things tougher. He has multi-strike 4. I'm just going to put it on because artifacts excite me. I really like the randomness of getting different passive things. So I really want another artifact. That said, we could have just completely fucked ourselves. Oh, but we are lucky. We are very lucky. We essentially get our perfect starting position. And then we can add 4 damage. I think spikes on him, another 4 spikes might be... He already has 4. I think we're better off killing one of them. And giving our backline unit 4 damage. Because they're gonna attack regardless. That's why he's taking damage. Okay, so we have a loot fairy. 75 gold on death. And a demon fiend. I'm gonna go ahead and chuck demon fiend on the middle floor. It's a lot of our energy. But do we clean this up anyway? No one dies on the bottom floor. So I think we're okay to chuck demon fiend on the middle floor. And then we do actually have enough to enhance this guy further. Why does he get 2 health? Triggers when a unit on this floor dies, gain 10 armor. I guess he has so much health that we don't get a chance to do anything to him. Which is fine, I suppose. He will just get destroyed by our demon fiend. Because he is nuts. That is insane stats on him, and we're very lucky that we can even play him. If we can upgrade with another gem to increase our capacity, this gets, like, infinitely better. So 3 more clipped. They just kill themselves. Really what we want to do here is heal him to a point where he can survive, 21 damage. So 26... Okay, so he will survive that now. We can also give him regen because it's free. Oh right, all our spells get that worked really well for us. I wasn't sure how much use that would actually get. We can buff him a little bit further, and then we can purge for another 90 gold. Cool. Look, our gold's already up to 220, and we used most of it previously. We've really gotten lucky with our cards. We're in a very good spot. We may end up beating the game on our tutorial. It's going to be a very long video. These are going to be longer by definition. I don't plan on editing them down too much. I hope you guys don't mind, but I think I enjoy that more. And it means that I can continue to make videos while I'm editing stuff. Okay. So we do survive there. We can go ahead and sacrifice our imp. But giving him rage doesn't do anything. It does nothing for us. I mean, this doesn't really do anything for us either. At all. He does the same amount of damage because he's multi-striking, and then we kill him. Let's see. I really like the enhancers. I love buffing this one multi-strike unit. It's insane. And we have a free ride. So we really should put something on the top floor just in case. I don't think anything's going to spawn up there, and I think I'm going to rage him ready for the boss fight. Okay. I think we're okay. I think we win the boss fight. Especially if we keep getting these. We should have done that in the other order. We should have used this first. I forget about our split anvil. 10 health. We're not going to survive. He's doing 20 damage. So using it on him is really all in vain. There's nothing else we can really do that is beneficial, though. We can only use 1. At least we give him 4 spikes, right? So that is just an extra 4 damage. That's not useless. And it's all we can really do, so we may as well do it. That's a lot of damage. He dies though. He does die, and we don't deal quite as much damage as we'd like because he has 4 multi-strike, and everything else has multi-strike. But We do. So we're not going to get any free spells because they're all 1 cost. I guess we can just give him regen. We win anyway. So we killed the boss. Yeah, we didn't quite get as much damage as we'd like with our champion. Only because he does so much with his multiple attacks. But luckily, Demon Fiend is insane. So what have we got here? Precious plating and then some more cards. So what does this do? 40 health for our pyre. Not particularly good. I don't really like the idea of buffing our pyre because I'd much rather not let enemies get to it. But I also don't need the gold. 25 gold is minimal for us at this point. Impish Scholar. Return a random consumed spell to your hand. We don't have many consumed spells, so pretty useless. Consume and apply 3 rage, or apply 4 rage and armor 5. I don't like rage, but if I'm going to use rage, I'd rather it be free. And then empty out our deck from any blow. Which consume card will do. Ensnare, apply rooted 1 to an enemy unit. I assume prevents movement between floors. Bosses are immune. So it's not super useful. It was useful against that one wave where enemies regained health when they moved. But otherwise not super useful. Draw +1 each turn. Potentially useful, but it fills a slot on our ship that we don't really want to fill. Restore 1 health, gain 1 ember. Draw 1 next turn. I do think that's our best card. As much as it fills a slot, we can put it behind our Demon Fiend. It's only 1 capacity, so that's a really good use case for it. We're really lucky in that situation, that scenario. Spells or units and an artifact. As much as I like the artifacts, let's buff some spells. I really want to buff our Demon Fiend more. Actually, he's max, isn't he? He's max. So there's nothing we can really do with that anyway. We need more units. Okay, so we got a choice. The Volatile Gauge. When you draw a card, its cost is randomized between 0 and 3, but you draw a +3 each turn. That could be really good or really bad for us, because that makes our Demon Fiend 7. Worst case scenario. Oh no, it's between 0 and 3. So he's always going to cost 1 less. That could be okay. Trained Steward units gain damage shield and multi-strike. I'm going to get the Volatile Gauge. It could completely ruin our run, but it could also be quite interesting. I think it adds some flair that is much needed. So let's try that one. A cave of 1,000 eyes seems to awaken as you grow near. From deep within, a voice emerges. Relinquish your life or your wealth, and you may be rewarded if you are deemed worthy. You don't often make offerings to unknown beasts, but you consider making an exception in this cave. Offer wealth, pay 25 coins, 10% chance to get an artifact, 5 health, 10% chance. I mean, I don't really care which. Loud Birch emerges, nothing happens. Let's try health. Nothing happens. Try health. I'm happy to go down to 90. There we go. Sting. Spells get +20 magic power. That's nutty. We need to get some Sting spells. That's very good. Because I think they do 5 damage by default. So that means they are doing 25 damage. That's very, very good. Let's have a look in here. Upgrade a spell to remove consume. Don't really mind too much. Upgrade a spell with 10 magic power or remove 1 ember. I mean, that's not too bad for some of these. We probably want to use it on one of these too. Let me just check. What does 10 magic power do? Okay, we can't use it on anything but these. All right, let's use this one on here, and then we'll probably purge a card. I don't think we need the torches. I think they've exceeded their use for us, and that's fine. We'll move on. Head into the next boss fight. Fell the Wings of Light. Clipped Absolver's Guard fell to weigh you down with guilt before the warriors can make her know it. Her killing blow. Add Scourge. Scourge cards to your hand and deck. So essentially they bloat our deck with useless cards that really are detrimental. So I think we're okay. We get a lot of our deck out early, and that's really good for us. A mobile can't move between floors or change positions on this floor. What does that mean for us? So we have to kill it? 1300 health. And attacks 2 times each turn. We don't know how much damage it does? Okay. So we're in a bit of a sticky spot. We can go ahead and get our champion out and our demon fiend out. Our gauge kind of screwed us over a little bit because that's now a 3-cost card. I completely forgot. I'm removing 1 cost from something is useless now. Completely useless. That was a waste of gold. I did not think about it when I did it. What else can we throw in here? He's going to do 1 damage. It's pretty minimal. I'm worried that he is going to kill us. So I'm going to chuck a trained stewardess in front. And then let the boss kill our steward. I keep saying stewardess. I'm going to let the boss kill our steward. I think. Does it do anything? It didn't even attack. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. So we have a 2-cost spell. And then a bunch of 0-cost spells. I probably want to do this. I think that's really good for us. That then makes these... one-cost spells. 0-cost spells, which is good. Everything should be with 0-cost spell. Deal 12 damage. Chuck a steward up here. Draw 1 each turn. That would have been better if I used that, to be fair. We also can't purge, so Pie takes 3 damage, but I don't really mind. Everything there's going to die regardless. Everything there's going to die regardless. Let's just do some damage to that one. It's an interesting fight. This is the most interesting one by far. I don't quite know what these do. I think they just are a shield for the units. So we're at the top floor now. What does that mean? I don't know what that glow was, but that's okay. Let's see what we've got here. We have a lot of cards. Why do we have so many? What is doing that for us? Vent, Torch, Rage, Restore. There's nothing too exciting in all honesty. Yeah, nothing really at all. Apply 3 Rage. No. Spikes. I mean, we probably chuck this on them. We want our stewardess to die. We don't really care about our stewardess. We can give him Rage as well. I think we do. Yeah. Is there anything else in here? I guess we just do that. 2 damage to the boss. That's really all we've done. 2 damage. We're letting our Pyre take damage, but we have a lot of health on it, so it's okay for the most part. I really don't know how much damage the boss is going to do at all, and that's what worries me. Draw 1 each turn. I really think we want to get that out. I think since everything is randomized, I wish we could kill him, because I would love for our tank to come out for our champion. But that said, we have enough health that we can... we can spike once or rage once. None of which are immediately great for us. But we can... Oh, right, we can spike now. That means we can... I mean, none of these are good. Let's do that. Restore some... I don't want to restore your health. I guess I restore his health. Okay. Yeah, we'll end turn. Still not super confident with where we're at. It doesn't have a relentless though. I don't know how this works. without Relentless. We have a lot of these. Definitely use the free one, right? And that one. Consume. 3 rage. I guess we just keep buffing the same one. Yeah, I know what consume does, because that means our spells are free, which is really good. We can go ahead and chuck a bunch in here. I'm going to chuck the Steward in again. We have nothing else to protect our champion. And I guess we use a spell on him. And then purge one of the penance cards. Yeah, there's not much else we can really do there. It is what it is. Maybe she doesn't attack until all the statues are dead. And we're really fucking ourselves by not killing the statues. I think that might be the case, actually. That said, we really want to get our tank out anyway. So let's go ahead and throw the tank out. We can then 3 rage or 1 steward. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm okay with this. Actually, am I okay with this? I think this is the objectively better option for us. Because then we can add some health and spikes to our champion. And some regen. Not that anyone needs it. How are you looking? You're looking fine. Yeah, I guess we just add the regen on him. This is going really well for a first run. This isn't meant to be a really easy game. We got super lucky with the way our deck built. It sort of built itself into something that has some sort of synergy with a big frontline tank and a big backline damage dealer. Enhance. A lot of spells. A lot of spells. Still can't do much. I think we use our 3-cost spell up the front. Make everything else free. We can then go ahead and apply rage. She doesn't attack until the statues are dead. This may be really good for us in that we can do a lot of damage to her before the statues die. I think... I mean, they're both the same. Just use all of our Amber. Why not? Why not? It does intrigue me. I really don't quite understand. Final wave. Okay. So maybe it was just timed, and we were. It's way longer than we expected. They die the first turn. We do so much damage now. We do 400 damage every cycle with just this one champion, and that's just going to go up. We've really done something here. So if we use Amber, all the rest of our spells become free. So we can go ahead and just buff our dude even further. And from there, I guess we just use Vent and end turn. It doesn't really matter. We destroy the boss. That's insane. I wasn't expecting that at all. I really thought she could have more of a fight. She died on spikes as well. And we get one of those shards, which means we can increase our capacity, which could be really good for us, and a rare card. So Spike of the Hellhorn consume. So it's consumed. It applies 2 times Ember Rage and 2 times Ember Armor. Wildwood Tome, consume and apply quick attacks before enemy units. That could be good. That could be good. Restore all units to full health. None of these really excite me. I don't know how much I want this one. Luckily, they're all spells, which means they become 0 cost, which the gauge is actually pretty good with. Because they're all between 3 and 0. If we have one that's 3, all of them are essentially free. All of them only cost 3, like, sort of combined. Quick. I think I want quick. I think quick sounds really interesting for me. A lot of the Seraph also sounds interesting, but we don't have enough units to make really good use of it yet. So I think we keep going with Amber. I think. Draw could also be really good. Let's go with draw. Let's go with draw. I think we already have one Amber. I think draw could be really, really good for us with Gauge, because it just increases the chance that we have more low-cost cards. So we can increase a spell and an artifact in our champion, or buy an artifact, remove some cards, and heal our Pyre. I think that's the better choice. We're just getting more choices in our artifacts. Pyre Wall isn't too exciting. Vapor Funnel, apply daze to enemy units when they enter the Pyre room. Your Pyre gets -5 damage, or enemies get -1 damage. None of these are really good. None of these are really good. I think I'm going to reroll. Units cost -2 Ember. That's quite good. I'm really glad we rerolled there. Let's go ahead and just do these. There's quite a few we can get rid of. The Restore has been pretty useless. The Embers, the Torches have been pretty useless. We don't need all of these anymore. We have, what, one... We don't need the Imp. Definitely don't need the Imp. And then we have, what, 1, 2 with our champion. 3, 4. We don't need the other Train Steward. Let's see what we can chuck on our champ. 50 damage. Or multi-strike. So 100 or 75 damage. 100 damage. Math, boys, it pays off. Stay in school. Let's keep going. I'm curious if we can make our first attempt a victory. Armor Emblem, enemy units enter with 20 armor for 400 gold. I think we can do okay with that. 20 armor's not that bad. Our champion does 100 damage. I think we're okay. 100 damage unbuffed, and we can buff him a lot right now. Okay, they have more HP than I thought. Oh, a 0-cost Demon Fiend. I think us taking this card really made all of our units amazing. So we can go ahead and we can throw these out straight off the bat. We're full build, essentially, very early. Oddly enough, the Train Steward's the one that costs something. I don't really care about... Maybe I do, maybe I do, maybe I do. Nah, I don't care about Rage. I'm going to go ahead and chuck 2 Train Stewards up the top. I think that's pretty good for us long term. And then... I guess I'll just chuck regen on him for when he takes damage. And we'll leave it at that. We're not going to kill anything. They're going to move up and get faced with our fucking red gorilla. And meet their end. That's fine. Ooh. So do these stay in our deck after the boss fight? Or is that something that's happening in here? It might be something that's happening in here. So he's not going to kill the backline unit because he just only has a single attack. I don't think there's anything we can do about that. They won't even die to them. Let's see. Everything is very low cost here. I'm going to give him quick straight off the bat. I think that's a really good choice. I want to know how we can kill him. Him here. So he has 26 damage. 26 health. We can do 12. Pretty easily. Which means he has 14. We can go ahead and do another 4. Let's just throw the... Let's throw the torches on him straight off the bat. I don't really care about the collector. We have so much gold. We're fine. We can then have 4 spikes. Let's just give him the 6 range. That's insane. Actually insane. Let's give him 4 spikes. He doesn't really need the damage. But that means that this one is then dead. I think. No, he's not. Shit. Okay. I thought he was. Never mind. Never mind. Cool, we'll end turn. We'll leave it as is. I really thought he was dead for some reason. He's low. He's low. He's going to get destroyed by top floor now anyway. So that's really the benefit. Is that previously he would have survived top floor. We just could have gone a little easy on him. Used our cards on the bottom floor. Clear that out a little bit. But that's okay. You live and you learn. These self-mutilation cards suck. That's such a pain in the ass. We have enough that we can pretty much play everything. Let's go ahead and do our draw +1 on the middle floor. He is going to kill both, so that's something we don't have to worry about. We just have to worry about these two both coming out pretty much unscathed. Let's just keep buffing our boy, right? 10 HP. I mean, you can regen. I think I prefer this. I think I do. And we can use our... All 3 for 0 cost is so lucky. We got very, very lucky there. Okay. Cool. So I don't think we clear out the bottom floor. But we do a pretty good job. Unfortunately, there's a 130 HP minion on there. It just is hard to kill. It's going to be tough to kill regardless. Luckily, this one's up front, which means he dies. Let's just get rid of this straight off the bat. We do 83 damage to him. I don't know if there's a way we can kill him. I really don't. We can keep buffing our champ. Let's have a look. I really, really don't know if there's a way we can kill this guy. But it's worth trying, right? We come very close. We really do. Yeah, he's on... He will die to the top floor, which is... Oh, he won't. But he'll be very close to die to the top floor. He's going to be 1 HP at the end of the top floor. So if we can do one torch to him, he dies. So we're in a pretty good spot. Still. 100 armor. Damn. We're looking tanky, man. 120 armor. It just gets worse. Okay. So we can do 12 damage. He's going to die anyway. He's going to survive. There's nothing we can do about that. We can do 12 damage to him. Do we have a vent? No. I should have just done 12 damage to you. I didn't realize you weren't dying. Alright, I'm going to apply spikes on him, which will kill him. I'm going to apply 12 damage to him. I'm going to do that. I think that's an okay choice. It might not be the best one, but I think we're okay. I'm going to try and keep my tank alive. Because this dude's doing completely... He's Gucci. He's Gucci. He's doing just fine. Alright. Okay. It's quite satisfying to watch him get fucking turned to dust. I like it. I like it a lot. I do. He's still a full HP, which worries me. It really worries me. We have a boss fight coming up next. He's going to take 105. Is there a way that we can kill him off the bat? 10 damage, 2 damage. It ain't looking great for us, is it? Is it? It's a sticky one. Let's have a look. I think we can kill him. I'm just not happy that we're using so many resources on it. HP doesn't matter. Spikes 4 could be useful. 2 damage could be okay. 4 damage, 4 spikes is really good. 4 damage, 4 spikes is really good. 6 rage is another 12 damage. That means he dies, and we can buff this dude just a little bit. I mean, there's nothing. We don't need to use that. It's just wasting time. All right. Boss battle. What have you got? Who's your big boy? 900 health, 20 armor. He dies though, doesn't he? He dies straight up. Let's just throw cards out. There we go. 5. Fair enough. I had a few in my hand. I take it. My bad. It was worth it though. Look how fucking staunch this man looks. Speed it up a little bit. We know what's going to happen, right? There we go. Nice. We've taken him out. 400 coins. Look at that one. Nice. Hopefully we have a chance to use him. We know we don't like him. Battering ram, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 4 times the amount of armor on friendly units. We don't have crazy armor, but we don't really want to sacrifice imp. Actually, out of all the imps, that's really good. It's a spell, but we don't have an imp to sacrifice, so that's useless. I didn't realize, I thought the name of it was Sacrifice Imp. I completely misread the card. Battering Ram is going to be the one that we have to choose. Ultimately, I'm going to skip. None of them are of any use to us at all. I consume, apply 4 spikes, restore 30 health, apply regen 4. The 4 spikes intrigues me as well, to be fair. 30 health is not bad either, but I think the 4 spikes is my preference. I think it is. Now let's see. What have we got? Upgrade a unit, upgrade a spell. We don't need the coins. I think I prefer this end. We can use the fire health. We could really use getting rid of some cards. The regen isn't that good. I think we can get rid of a steward. We got 1. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can get rid of a steward. I don't really like vent, but it has come in use, like come in clutch for us, to be completely fair. I think I'm gonna get rid of a restore. We don't use them. We use them because we can, not because we need to. Upgrade a unit with multi-strike. Could be very good. I don't know what units. No. Both our units with damage are full. We can upgrade him with 10 damage. We put him on the board anyway. We may as well get him to do some damage. But if he's doing 10 damage, we can make him do 20 damage. Why not? And then we'll leave it. I don't really care for upgrading our stewards. Ultimately, I want to replace them with actual units that do damage. Seraph the Chaste? I think it's the Chaste. The end is near. The incarnation of Hell's greatest foe has the power to cleanse all units of effects who don't benefit Seraph. A Seraph will remove half of any buff and debuff effect stacks. Okay. Come at me. I don't think I have many buff or debuffs. I think I really apply... I guess I do have buffs, right? I do have Spike. I really use Spike. But Spike is pretty minimal in the grand scheme of things. Again, we're so lucky. We can straight away Demon Fiends. Prince, Wilting Sapwood. We can give our Prince quick, and then we can buff the hell out of him. I don't know if that's our... Yeah, that's definitely our best bet. 4 spikes. I mean, it's looking pretty good. It's looking very good. He has 2,300 HP. It's quite a bit. It is. Multi-strike. Right, it's this man. It's this man. We love him. We'll know him. We should put a steward up the top while he's free. Why not? So this should... units cost 2. Spells. When you play spells in the hand. Yeah, so... This should be, like, infinitely beneficial for us. Yeah, everything else becomes free. Which means we get a free 6 damage, 12 damage, sharpening spikes. Easy choice. Easy choice. How tough can our champion get in the final? I think it's the final floor. 8th floor? Feels like it should be the final floor. I'll chuck another steward out because there's nothing else we can do. And then I guess we use a spell to make everything else free. Apply. Everything dies regardless, so I think we just damage the boss. Oops. Damage the boss. Damage the boss. Spikes, buff, rage, heal, and turn. Okay. I think this has been an incredible run. I don't know if we'll ever have a run like this again. We've been very lucky. It'll be interesting though, because there are, I think, quite a few decks. Like, I think about 8. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of them play, how they feel. This is definitely more of an interesting hand, because we don't have any 3 costs, which means there's no way to make them all free. We need to choose which 2 costs we care about more. I think... Is there any way we can save this unit? He's at 18. I don't know if there is. So we can buff him straight off the bat. So he is alive. And then we can use that on him, which might be helpful. And I think I want to rage there. Vent was objectively better. I don't know why I didn't choose Vent. We would have 2 damage to every unit rather than 1 damage to the boss. I don't think in the end it mattered. But that should have been what we did. So we have a 3 cost. So now we just have to choose which one we care more about. Personally, I'd rather buff. And then I think we worry about health on him and attack on him. And we just keep doing this repeatedly. Yep. Damage you. And then I guess, Ven is useless there, so we just keep going. Like I said, I've only watched 1 episode of someone playing this, 1 playthrough. And this is marginally better than what I ever... Like, we've gotten very, very good cards. So if we use Rage, everything else becomes free. Really building spells, it seems like it's the way to go. I don't know if I got super lucky, but this seems like it's definitely the way to go about this. And then we can heal, buff, HP, spikes, and damage. He's doing 412. 412 damage a turn. That's insane. So good. Again, we got very, very lucky in that we had a 2-cost card. And we only care about this floor, which means we can just go ahead and... What do we want? Heal our tank. Buff this man. He's doing 516 damage a turn. And that's actually nuts. And he's dying of spikes. Final wave, he's finally got Relentless. I think we win straight off the bat. No, not quite, not quite. Okay. So we have a 3-cost. We should use this. We want to Vent. That increases our damage by a lot because it means we don't have to waste a hit on someone. We also want to try and survive a hit. So because we survive that hit, we kill. And we can do whatever we want. I'm going to throw out shit just because I can. And it feels good. Nice. Easy. Easy. I'm not certain that's the last boss. But I know the Seraph is listed. Seraph of the Chase. Yeah, final boss, Seraph of the Chase. So it is the last boss. That's flat out a victory. We've done it. I think that's our first W on our first run. We're at the Frozen Heart. Let's see what happens. What do we get? Is it a cutscene? No. Battles. Bonus 370. Covenant rank 1. The Covenant allows you opt into higher challenge level and start mastering cards on victory. Your Covenant rank goes up every time you win a run at your highest unlocked rank. Okay. That'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how that changes the dynamic, if it has any real effect. We've unlocked a new card for the Hellhorn deck. March of Shields, move a unit to the front and apply 10 armor. Not a terrible card. I don't think it really suited how we played. Ashes of the Fallen artifact, summon abilities that trigger an additional time. Double summon ability is amazing. You can't really argue with that. Again, impressive. I don't care about the imps, but deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit is actually very, very good. But that means we have to build imp, so I don't know if we'll use it still. The Unbroken Horn, conserve Ember between turns. I mean, that's pretty good as well if we have a high Ember usage run. New Awoken cards, Spreading Spores, apply regen 2 and spikes 2. Add a copy of this card to your discard pile. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I'd ever use that. Grant 1 stack of spikes each time it is applied. I mean, that would have been really good for our previous run. I think we had 24 stacks of spikes on the Prince by the end of it, which is very good. And look at that. We can see there, we can see the card collections. So we have less than half of the cards. And we can go ahead and we can see that there are 3 other classes that we haven't used. The Stygian, Umbra, Melting. And there are 25 Covenant ranks. Okay. I don't know what the win streaks are. That might be something we can play with. And then there is different victory conditions for each combination. And what are these? This is our decks. These are our Darkforge upgrades. Okay. Different champion. Artifacts. Stats. Nice. Alright. Well, it's been 208 spikes applied. We definitely went for a spikes run. It's been fun. I really enjoyed playing that game. I think I'm definitely going to play it a little bit more. I don't know if you guys will enjoy the long form content. It was an hour 20 because we won. I don't think we're going to win consistently. But when we do, obviously, it's a longer form video. I'm not going to do them forever. I'm going to do them until they're boring or I feel like I've exhausted all content out of it that there is. But I've enjoyed it. It's a really fun game. I highly recommend it. If you enjoy that sort of strategic deck builder type of game, it's a blast, yeah. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. I'm working on an edited VOD video. Whether or not it comes out anytime soon, I don't know. Otherwise, I'm sure I'll upload a couple more of these. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. See ya.